Many across the state of Texas and across the nation will be marching for life this upcoming Friday and Saturday. Of course, there's the big March for Life nationwide in D.C. on Friday. And here in Texas, we have the Texas Rally for Life, which is going to be Saturday in Austin. Join us here on the program to talk all about the pro-life movement here in the greater Houston area is Christine Melchor. She's the executive director of the Houston Coalition for Life. Christine, thanks so much for taking the time here to come in on MLK Holiday and bring us up to speed.
Thank you for having me, Wyatt. I appreciate the opportunity.
So recap here for people who are not familiar with the Houston Coalition for Life. What is it, the work that your organization does?
Well, the Houston Coalition for Life was founded in 2002 in Bryan College Station, and then in Houston in 2005. Our main ministries at that time were Stand and Pray and Sidewalk Counseling outside the huge Planned Parenthood on the Gulf Freeway. At that time, it was on Fannin. And we did that until 2011 when we placed our first mobile crisis pregnancy center on the road. And it's parked next to the big Planned Parenthood that is now currently on I-45 close to the Cullen exit. It's been parked there 6 days a week ever since 2011. And we offer free pregnancy tests, free ultrasounds, Christian counseling. And now we have 3 other mobile units that we park in strategic locations around the city and a main office where we offer all those same services, plus what we call a Curriculum of Life program, which are classes for the women we're privileged to serve. And we have a wide range of classes that we offer, including natural family planning. And I just would like everyone out there to know that we follow strict Catholic Church teaching, but we do work with any church that wants to work with us.
Very good. And certainly there are a lot of churches in the greater Houston area that are pro-life that want to work with your organization.
Yes, there are.
Christine, on the one hand, I want to congratulate the Houston Coalition for Life for, having 20 years in the Houston area specifically, more than 2 decades of being established. On the other hand, it's a reminder for all of us that there's still a need for this pro-life movement because even though Roe V. Wade was overturned, there's still a lot of crisis pregnancies in our area. There are still many women who think that abortion is a viable option, not realizing that there are other options as well. Tell me why the pro-life movement is needed at this point.
Well, you're exactly right, Wyatt. And it's wonderful that Roe v. Wade was overturned and it's illegal here in Texas, but women are still finding themselves in crisis pregnancies and looking for ways to abort their children. And we know that they can access the abortion pill, RU486, many different ways online. And they're receiving it mailed to them illegally into the state, and they're taking it past the proper gestational age. Many of them are ending up in the hospital, and they're even stockpiling it for future use. Plus, the big Planned Parenthood I mentioned is still open, and another former abortion facility is also open, and women are still going there looking for ways to abort, and these 2 facilities are giving them money to go out of state. We've even been told that the abortion clinic right across the border from El Paso, that most of the cars there have Texas plates.
So they're going across.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Get it. Wow. It's just, it's scary to think also because when you think about that situation you're referring to with receiving chemicals in the mail, not even having a doctor there. So it could be dangerous to a woman's health. And not being able to talk to somebody or feel like they can talk to somebody if they're really in a crisis situation.
Yes, that's true. But we have found on occasion, though, that a lot of these women will come to us for a free ultrasound because they may want to take it the right way. But we're very happy they come to us first because it gives us the opportunity to show them how we can help them. And we find a vast percentage, well over 90% of the moms we serve do continue their pregnancy.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that because it feels to me that it is very powerful just having a conversation about life and the other option to aborting the baby. In some cases, some women choose adoption because they may not be able to take care of the child. But I feel like it's really important that they have those options. In many cases, they don't feel like they do.
Right, and that, the ultrasound, literally a window to the womb, thanks be to God, is a miracle. Through the grace of God and seeing their baby on that big screen TV that we show them their baby on, seeing the baby laughing, hiccups, sucking their thumb. Sometimes it looks like they're actually waving at their parents. It makes all the difference in the world.
Tell me about the situation that we have had here in the greater Houston area. You mentioned we still have crisis pregnancies, of course. But since Roe v. Wade, what are some of the numbers looking like?
Well, we have found that our numbers of women that we have served have increased by 50% since Roe was overturned.
50%?
Yes, by 50%. And also, 50% more women are attending our Curriculum of Life program.
Okay. So that's good because they're getting educated on it.
Oh, yes, and we have a wide range of classes that we offer.
Yes. Okay, very good. That's interesting. So they are looking to that, but obviously, like I said, there's still that need to help all these women, so there's the need for that support.
Yes, that hasn't changed at all. And in fact, as I've just said, we're busier than ever.
So I know that you guys look for volunteers on the regular. If people want to volunteer, what kind of programs do you do?
Well, they could come to our office and meet us. You know, we'd like to interview them and talk to them a little bit and fill them in on how they could help. We do need help on occasion with our Curriculum of Life program, helping take care of the kids that our moms have who attend the classes. They can't afford babysitters, so we have a playroom for them. Sorting through the diapers that we may get donated, because we give our moms diapers for every class they come to. And we also collect other things that mom might need. If there's something she needs and we don't have it, we will get it for her.
Very good. In addition to that, you guys are working on, trying to get that pro-life message out to the wider Houston community and to young people as well. Tell me, I was going to say, is there a writing competition now for middle schoolers, that kind of age coming up?
Yes, there sure is. We started it last year. We call it the Learn for Life Scholarship. And the topic this year is how to build a culture of life. And it's for 6th to 8th graders or 9th to 12th graders, 2 different categories.
Okay.
And we have a first and second place. Second place is a $500 award, and first place is $1,000. And the deadline's coming up. The deadline's February 13th. So we really need to promote that, promote it at your church, your schools, and let's get some more kids involved.
So, Christine, reiterate the ages, or the grade levels here. If people want to they write a report or write something about their pro-life.
Yes, and you can find all the details on our website or our Facebook page, but for 6th to 8th graders and then for 9th to 12th graders.
Excellent, very good. Well, I think that would be an incentive for them because $1,000 if you win it, that's a nice little prize.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, so we'll keep up to speed with you on that one also because that's very exciting that to get a window into what young people are thinking about the pro-life movement and how that's so important. In addition, you had recently announced that you're going to have a big name come to Houston to give a keynote speech at y'all's annual dinner gala. Tell me about that.
Yes, we're very excited and happy to have Dr. Abby Johnson. This will be the 4th time that she has spoken at one of our benefit dinners, but I really felt like she could best address what we're facing here in Texas, a state where abortion is illegal but still going on in vast numbers. She has spoken about that. She's dealing with it. Abortion has not ended here. And we really thought that she could help us get that message out. So we're looking forward to having her as our keynote speaker.
Now, of course, many of our listeners know who Abby Johnson is. They've listened to our programming. Of course, we're an EWTN affiliate, so mention her a lot. But for people who are unfamiliar, what would you say trying to describe Abby Johnson?
Oh, well, Abby Johnson was the director of Planned Parenthood's abortion facility in Bryan College Station for 8 years. But one day when she was asked to assist in an ultrasound-guided abortion, she ran out of the room. It greatly distressed her, and she ended up leaving 2 days later and going to the Coalition for Life in Bryan College Station. She since has built a huge ministry for abortion clinic workers, and then There Were None is the name of that ministry. She's an outspoken pro-life advocate. She is, there's really nobody quite like Dr. Abby Johnson.
Very good.
If you know her.
Very good. And we're so happy that she's been able to accept your invitation and come to Houston for that. Again, if people want to learn more about Houston Coalition for Life. Give me the website one more time, Christine.
HoustonCoalition.org.
Very good. I do want to ask you, though, in addition to being the executive director for Houston Coalition for Life, you yourself are also go to church at Prince of Peace. Tell me about
Yes,
your parish.
I sure do. Well, it's a huge parish. The masses are packed every time you're there. There's standing room only. Wonderful pastor, Pastor Tom Poncini, and the parish is very involved in all sorts of ministries.
Mm-hmm. How long have you been going to Prince of Peace now?
Probably just about 3 years. Prior to that, I was a parishioner at St. Ambrose.
Very good. Tell me how your faith and the pro-life movement ties into our Catholic Church, do you think?
Well, it goes hand in hand. There's no difference really between the two. You know, you can't be a practicing Catholic and not be pro-life, and to be able to work to assist women finding themselves in a crisis pregnancy is been something that I've done and wanted to do all my life. And I can tell you why the icing on the cake for this work is when the moms come back with their babies and thank us for helping them. And we have hundreds and hundreds of pictures of those babies.
I can't imagine a better feeling than that. Or how
Well, there's not much that's better. And I can promise you when they come back, there's hardly a dry eye in the bus or the office.
That's amazing. Well, we'll continue to pray for, the work that you do in the pro-life movement, and of course for all of those women out there that are facing a crisis pregnancy as well. Yes. We're blessed here in the Houston area to have crisis pregnancy centers, but you're right, the need is great for volunteers and for more
Yes.
support. So we're going to continue to pray for that. So we really appreciate it. Again, I know it's a holiday here for Martin Luther King Day, so we appreciate, Christine, you're taking the time to come down here to the studio. Christine Melchor, Executive Director for Houston Coalition for Life. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Wyatt.